think the church has continuously preached abstinence, which is not a reality.
I just turned 20 when I found out I was pregnant.
Should the man be part of this choice? If made legal, do you think that abortion rates would rise or skyrocket?
Caroline Mwatha Ochieng, a human rights activist who had been missing, has been found dead.
Police say Caroline died during a botched abortion at a clinic in Dandora Phase 4.
Abortion is permitted in certain circumstances. In Section 4, which says, abortion is not permitted unless, in the opinion of a trained health professional, there is need for emergency treatment, or the life or health of the mother is in danger, or if permitted by any other law.
The church says no.
We are saying we cannot accept the whole issue of abortion.
We've seen all kinds of complications.
Because of shame nitakuwa nayo, marafiki kama take the wrong decision.
Welcome back to the Kenyan Observer. My name is Mathews, as you all know, and I'm joined today by my co-host Verah. Thank you so much. And we have a guest today, and she goes by the name Gigi. Gigi is a mother. Gigi is a current student at USIU, and was also a former classmate of Verah back in Limuru Girls. And she's here today because we're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic. I know this is a bit awkward because it looks like a man is driving a conversation about women, but I'm not here to talk about them. They're here to enlighten me about what's going on and what their thoughts are. And we're going to be talking about abortion. Basically, I'll start by them explaining, because they're both on different sides of the scale. Because in abortion, we are basically talking about ProLife or ProChoice. That's the both sides of the scale. Mm-hmm. And I'd like them to basically explain what ProLife is, ProChoice, and then we pick up from there. So I think we start with Gigi. You tell us what ProLife is.
Yeah, so to me, being pro-life means that I stand for the protection of life from the moment conception happens. So I believe that if conception happens, then that's all the right the child needs to make it to see the to be given birth to.
Well, what is pro-choice?
Okay, so I'm pro-choice, and it's because I believe fundamentally every woman should have the right to decide what happens to their body. Yeah, so I think mainly just the choice to decide, not having a decision that has been made in a boardroom being pushed on you, so just on your body and things like that.
Okay, well, that's interesting. What has been happening in the country? There's been a case going on in court about the legality of abortion, and the courts passed twice saying that abortion is illegal in this country, and that all abortion centers to be closed. So my question to the both of you: do you think it's right for the government to make abortion illegal? I think I just start from there. Gigi, do you think it's right?
I think it is that they're stating where they stand as the government. So they say that we're protecting our citizens. And to them, because life begins at conception, they have the right to protect this unborn child. So it's just them telling us where they stand with this whole thing, and they're like, we're not allowing it. So if you're found procuring an abortion or performing one, there are going to be consequences by law for your actions.
Do you think it's right?
No. I'd say the government is not right for illegalizing abortion, because it still happens anyway, and only that now it's unsafe, so we're losing lives. People are dying due to illegal abortions, because the same government that has made safe abortions illegal has not completely curbed illegal abortions. Anyways, so I think practically speaking, realistically speaking, I don't think they're saving the lives of their citizens by making abortion illegal.
That's true. But also to add on to that, I would like you to tell me, do you think, even if they made it illegal, do you think it reduces the rates of abortion in the country?
No. I think the rates of abortion in the country have are probably just going to be the same.
Do you think they'll
Yeah.
skyrocket once they make it illegal?
If they make it, no, it is illegal.
Oh yeah, it is
It
illegal. Do you think it will
But
skyrocket?
abortion has continued to happen.
If made legal, do you think that abortion rates would rise up, skyrocket?
I feel like that could be a possibility because a lot of people who want to have abortions and are not exactly having them because it's illegal. And then there's the ones who will go the extra means to find the illegal centers and still have the abortion. But I feel like will it reduce? Probably it will. But will it stop abortions from happening? No. So we're still going to have people having abortions in dingy places and dying as a result. So I think the priority of our government should be to save the lives of the citizens that exist. And yeah.
Okay, now looking at the whole scenario in itself, for me, in Kenya there are no proper systems there are no proper systems for taking care of unwanted kids, because in essence anyone who wants to abort, I would say, I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who wants to abort doesn't want to have an unwanted child, right? But in this current system of government, we don't have systems for taking care of unwanted children. So my question to you is, let's say for example the country decides to set up a proper foster system, proper adoption system, proper ways to take care of these unwanted children. Do you think abortion should still be made legal?
No. Okay. I feel like abortion should be made legal either way, because I come from a point where I feel like this is a choice that you cannot make for women. Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether it's no matter the case. I just don't feel like the government should decide whether it should be legal or not.
So I come from the point where I usually even don't like to use the word unwanted children, because I usually feel like they're more than unwanted, they're unprepared for. So I'd still be for the stance that the government should still, if they're holding up that illegality, which I hope they will, is that at least they provide an alternative, which is going to be that we have a really good system that fosters children, or that allows people to be able to, to give up their children for adoption, because they're like, I wasn't prepared for you. Probably I can't take care of you, but someone else will, and someone else wants you. So, there could be a system that, I feel like there's so many things that could be better, but now they just make it illegal and that's it. Now I feel like that's where the problem is, because you've made it illegal, so what now?
Okay.
What now? But if you made it illegal, and then now I know that I can go to this agency and they can partner me with a couple that wants a child, or partner me with someone who really wants a child but can't have a child, then fine. So still I'd go for it's illegal, but give people an avenue I carry my child to term, and then I have an option of adoption or something like that.
Okay. Now looking, because I'm coming from a point of curiosity, looking at this day and age, right, compared to let's say 30 years ago, abortion rates are very different. For now it's quite high compared to 30 years ago. If you read facts, the facts are facts, right? So why are abortion rates increasing? Why are they becoming more and more and more and more nowadays?
Okay, I think first of all, I think the church has continuously preached abstinence, which is not a reality.
So abstinence has ceased to be a reality.
No, I think I think the older with the newer generations, the less of a reality it is. Abstinence. People are still going to have sex anyway. So I think first of all, I think parents, teachers, the church is talking to people about abstinence and nothing else. So I feel like abortion has increased. People are not well educated on birth control. People are not using other means, that everything else you could do to avoid having that abortion. So I would say I'd say men are not taking responsibility. I'd say men have been major contributors to abortions in this country, because not even this country, I think in the world in general, because abortions are it's women who go through this process. But this child is as a result of an interaction between two people. But a lot of the times it's men bail out, women are forced to make this grave decision because you feel like you cannot. Many people are not ready to take that responsibility alone. Yeah, so I'd say, you know, just like education on men failing to take responsibility. A lot of
hold on to that. I want us to come back on the men and the men's role. But before that, Gigi, tell us why, from your own experience, why do you think abortion rates are increasing?
I'd say there's a lot of stigmatization and a lot of fear and a lot of shame and just not enough conversation, in that there's no conversations happening between parents and the children, who I think even are supposed to be the first people who are talking to you about sex. Not even your teachers. Not even your teachers.
Should be your parents.
Your parents and then your teachers. And then even the church. So they make sex be like, you know, this whole sinful thing, but they're only telling you, they're telling you to abstain on a physical level, but are they telling you the emotional consequences other than the physical ones, which are going to be pregnancy and you can get HIV, but what are also the, you know, emotional consequences of these things? So you can make a, I think the thing is, people just want to blanket it, and then a girl goes experiments or a guy goes and experiments. They really don't have the information, they don't know how these things happen, and then, you know, it comes and you're just like, I'm pregnant and I can't tell my parents because it's going to be, you know, they're going to be ashamed, or I can't go to my church, I'm going to be judged, or, you know, like there's just stigmatization.
Fear. I really like that fear word. Fear of a lot of things.
Because even me, I just turned 20 when I found out I was pregnant, and the biggest thing I had was fear. First of all, I didn't know how I was going to provide for myself or provide for a child, and I was scared of what everyone was going to perceive of me. First of all, my parents never even knew I was sexually active. My closest cousins, my siblings, never knew I was sexually active. Like, that's how much of, that's the extent to which I was going to keep it a secret. Like, I was this good girl, and then all of a sudden, here I am, I'm pregnant. Of course, I'd want to hide the pregnancy. So what would I do? Get an abortion.